Raise your hand on if you love this sport. Gonna be dedicated to this sport. How many of y'all gonna pick this skill up and do this when you go home? Okay. Because I'm not gonna be there. Mr. Pat not gonna be there. So you're gonna have to work hard at this. Nobody had this for me. To come out here and play gym, have a good man like Mr. Pat come out here and teach you how to play basketball. So if you taking this time out for this guy right here to show you how to play basketball, you should take in all of this because this is great. You may not have cones. You may not have, little pallets on the ground to show you. So you know what you have to do? Go in the woods, grab a stick, put it on the ground. Use your mind to make you work harder and better. Pick a chair up, an old chair that you have just outside that you sit in. Put that up there as a man that you want to dribble around. When I was growing up, we out here playing on grass, rocks, with no basketball glass. We had a rim that we broke a tire off. So y'all got an advantage right now. So you got to take all of this and use it to your ability to become great. When I came in here, he had all of y'all doing skills. That's good. When we was back there, we ain't had this. We had to want it to become great. Now, out of all of y'all here, I might see one of you next year, 10 years from now, out here playing basketball. One of y'all gonna come back the same way I did and say, I done it. So you have to work hard if you're trying to become something. I ran 2-3 miles a day by myself. Nobody asked me to. I wanted to. I didn't like to lose. I was a big guy. I cried like a little baby when I lost. I had no problem on shedding tears because I didn't want to lose. So after a game, I go out there and shoot the ball 200 times. I go out there and run up and down the court 4 or 5 times. I done things to make myself better. And to say that I gave it my all when I actually left the game and could not play no more, I was never hurt because I gave it my all. You may be in a situation like me. I was playing basketball on my way to ready to get accepted to many of colleges and broke my neck. See, that's one tragedy. But I never gave up. I come out here and I taught some of these guys out here how to play basketball. And Mr. Pat, if I would never showed him the love that I wanted to show, y'all wouldn't be here today. Not one of you. That young man never gave up. And now look what he achieved. All of y'all gonna be successful out here. One day. Whether it's basketball, working, somewhere, you're gonna become something. Another question for all of y'all. How many of y'all have good grades? Now don't tell me a story because I can see in your eyes. So all y'all have good grades. You got good grades, young man? Okay. All right, because if you don't have your education, you won't become nothing out here in this world of basketball. So the best thing to do is work hard. That comes first. The grades come first. My father, he was a 5'8", could jump out the gym, could play basketball, and I never gave time to even notice it because I wasn't into basketball. And then when I accepted that my father was good, I said, yeah, I'm gonna be better than him. So I went out there and I gave it everything I could every day. Practiced by myself when I didn't have this. I didn't have Mr. Pat. I ain't had this. So I had to go out there and shoot on rocks and grass And like I told you, we took a rim and put it on a tree. That's how we played. So I had to give it myself all I could to become great. And that's what I had to do. So if you figure that you want to become great, that's what you're going to have to do. Work hard. So you will never feel like that you ever lost anything. If you love basketball, then give it your all. And you can accept whether you're going to be good or bad because you gave it your all. When I couldn't play anymore, I went into a depressed stage, because I was 16. I was some of y'all age, highly recruited. Looked at a lot of people that played basketball before me. So after a while, I was like, if I give up, then I give up on myself. And that's something I can't do, is give up on myself. Because if I gave up, I would have never met you today, right? So I'm here for a reason. I come here to meet you. That's what it is. When I was growing up, I grew up in the era of Michael Jordan. Everybody know Michael Jordan, right? Everybody want to be like Mike, huh? Sometimes, yeah. I thought that too. But guess what? I thought I could be better than Mike. So that's how I always thought. So one day, I want to hear if you can want to be the best player that I ever heard or saw. Not me, not Michael Jordan. We want somebody to say, I'll put you out there. That's how you got to think.
How many times a day?
All day. Whenever I got a free time, after I would go outside and cut grass at home, dump my trash, make my bed up, free time, that's what I done. We ain't have video games like that. Y'all got video games and, all this other electronic stuff, that you can play on and, using Pat Crazy Legs on those little basketball games you have out here. We ain't had none of that. So, we had to compete against each other. Your little cousins, brothers, family member, older guys. We went out there and played against them. That's how you become good. Not to be scared of anybody. You go out there and if you give you your all, that's what it is. He gonna block your shot. He gonna steal the ball from you. He gonna talk trash to you. Okay. Yeah, you got me now, but I'll get you later. If I go home and work hard every single day, guess what? Next time I play you, I'm gonna show you that I done changed. That's why I asked all of y'all, do you love this sport? Because one day you might be sitting in the same spot I am, or giving up, but I want y'all to understand what I'm saying to you on dedication and working hard. If you work hard for yourself, you can accept if you never play again. Y'all, you. Because if I would never done this, I would never met you. Pat, I done taught Pat. I done taught a whole lot of kids. Up here is different than down there in the country. I'm from the country area. We didn't have this. We never played inside a gym. We had to actually work hard out there to play on dirt, grass, the same thing you out here working hard on, dribbling the ball. We had to find the ball when it hit a rock or a patch of grass. We had to go and do those kinds of things, So that's basically, it's all about how hard you want to become something. It took me a long time to understand being successful out here is dedication and working hard. How dedicated are you? You very dedicated? Then if you can accept your dedication, then I can. Back then, I played a center, and I used a lot of drop step dunking. I dunked on many of people out here in this game, all for drop step. Now I'm going to ask you a question. What is your favorite move? Crossover? Okay. So if you cross over me, what you going to do after that? Okay. If you have a jump shot, then you shoot the ball. I bet you if you shoot it 500 more times a day, that you become great. Right? All right. So you give me 500 times a day, you're going to become great. All right. I'm going to keep you to your word because I'm going to keep up on it. Pat was probably, what, I think 11, 12. He was a young guy, small, probably, but little man, stand up. Yeah, stand up. Yeah. He was about that size right there when he was young. Yeah. He was old little small thing. When your knee braces that you have on right there, because he was hitting a growing spurt and knees was bothering him. Couldn't dribble that much. Had a jumper. Could shoot the rock. That's why I get his name Pat the Rock, because he can shoot it. Yeah, he never played on the inside because he was old little short thing. But look at him now. He's doing what he's supposed to do, because if not, I'll say it again, I never met y'all today. None of you. So he's doing something good. And he worked hard. When I tell you he worked hard, he worked real hard. He had other basketball players better than him, way better. But he never gave up. Okay, another story. High school time. Uh-oh, Pat. I'm going to put you out there. High school time. He had probably, but the whole team was better than Mr. Pat. Pat wore a little short thing out there, but little man size on JV and varsity. Knees hurting. Coaches out there telling him, you have to run. You have to run. You have to get up and down the court, Pat. Probably but the second to the last, running up and down the court. So when Pat come to me, and I had Pat through summer league, and I used to play Pat, I can still remember the day. I said, look, we're going to do Pat. This is how we're going to do Pat. We're going to set high screens all the way up at the top of the key. We just going to let him shoot. Every time he get the ball, you make sure you set a pick for this man before he can shoot. Because he had a J. His J was wet. So all the time that y'all sit out here and practice, he practiced even harder to get y'all where you at now. So if anything, you respect him. Because he's going to show you the best that he can. So everything that this young man said to you, use it. Because one day you never know when you're not going to use it. Then you can bring it back to yourself and say, I used what Mr. Pat showed me. And I've become great like he was. What's your favorite move, Pat? The crazy leg is, you want to do it, don't you? You want to learn that, huh? I may be old, but I don't forget too many faces or things that I've done with this sport. So I'm going to remember you. So, you can tell me things now that you want me to believe, but I believe it on my own. It may be a few years down the line, and I might come back in the same situation looking for all y'all faces, asking questions about you, But I tell you, if you give it your all, I might see you again. How many of y'all want to see me again? Uh-oh. I see a few people. Okay. Yeah, I would want to see y'all again. Because I was going to ask you the same question again. Do you love basketball? Yeah, that's what I want to ask you.